Hi guys, this is GSMDome and I'm here with a brand new launch. It's the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 8. If you want, you can easily call it the precursor to the iPhone Fold or iPhone Ultra. As you can see, it's got a wider screen compared to other foldables on the market. It's supposed to start a new trend. Some rumors are saying it will be so trendy that it will kill the Galaxy Z Flip series. Now let's get straight to it. What we're dealing with here is a very slim and wide phone. The device here is around 200 grams in weight, perhaps even lighter than that, and when you close it up it's the size of a passport. Yes, just like a passport. It's got a much smaller external screen compared to the regular Fold, which is now called the Fold 8 Ultra. Now the diagonal may seem familiar, it's a 7.6-inch screen, it's something you would see on the older Folds, but the aspect is totally different, it's now 4 to 3. Remember the iPads, remember the first iPads, well, it's like that. And aside from that, of course, you also have a smaller screen. I'm talking about the external one. It's a 5.4 incher. I have to say that this device is envisioned for the feminine public if you look at the marketing materials. It's shorter by 20 millimeters compared to a Fold 7, but wider by 3 millimeters. That's the idea, the change of aspect. As you can see, it has a dual camera at the back and it comes in gray and white, should also be an extra hue. Now, Fold 6 and Fold 7 were rather square. One of them had a 1.16 to 1 aspect, one of them had a 1.11 to 1 aspect. Now we have a 4 to 3 aspect. What does this mean? Well, it means that the aspect ratio is improved for video consumption. The black bars will now be smaller, either when you're watching videos or when you're playing a game or reading a book, so you get rid of the black bars. That's extra immersion in both videos and games and reels and TikToks, and that also applies if you rotate the phone at 90 degrees if you want to consume vertical content like reels and TikToks. Now, on the classic Fold format, you wouldn't be able to do that without getting those annoying lines. The external 5.4-inch screen is well fitted for both vertical and horizontal consumption. The aspect is atypical 10 to 16, so it's perfect for such a, well, consumption. Some people are wondering what's different if you're buying the Fold 8 compared to the Fold 8 Ultra. Well, first things first, the processor is exactly the same. Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5. And the battery is not that different, you're only losing 200 mAh. The big one, the Fold 8 Ultra, has a 5000 mAh unit, this one has a 4800 mAh. You're also losing the telephoto camera, you don't get a 10 megapixel telephoto camera with 3x optical zoom, and you're also losing the 200 megapixel main camera. We get a 50 megapixel main camera here and an ultra wide 50 megapixel as well. Keep in mind that the panel you see here doesn't support stylus. This year Samsung decided against stylus support. What's not very clear for me is that are we losing the special cinematographic capture features from the 4D Ultra or are we not? I'm talking about the special Cine loot presets. You have 4 presets. I'm going to have to test the phone for that. There's also that special codec which is good for content creators. By the way, I feel that the visible part of the screen, the visible part of the foldable screen, not the notch, but rather the fold, is a bit more visible here compared to the Fold 8 Ultra. So, you know, that area on the middle of the screen feels a bit more visible. Even though we are
What's the weather like
getting
tomorrow?
a similar technology that involves a titanium film and a titanium plate. Now, software-wise, it's One UI 9.0 applied on top of Android 17 with 7 years of updates and quite a few AI features. You already know the Creation Studio, you already know Now Nudge, but Now Nudge has become more proactive. Now Nudge is able to suggest calendars, galleries, and things like that and open them in split screen while you're chatting with a person about a gallery, about a meeting that you're going to put in the calendar. So that's the more proactive Now Nudge. Courtesy of the automation and intelligence, now if you see a reel with a hotel, you can book the hotel straight from the reel via Gemini. Now, aside from that, we are also getting other extras here. You also get something called the fan cam, which helps you crop automatically the video content you create, so you don't have to bother with it. We should also get a special flex mode, even though actually having trouble flexing this phone like I would with a regular Fold. It feels that the hinge is a bit more rigid here, as you can see for yourself, and the device doesn't exactly sit at 90 degrees as easy as a regular Fold would. So maybe the split screen will not be as easy as on a regular Fold. That's just my opinion after a first contact. Now, of course, we're getting the same IP certification as the other model. It doesn't go all the way to IP68 or IP69 like the Honor Magic V5, but still it still should get some IP48 action. Now, aside from that, we're getting Gemini here, we're also getting Bixby and SmartThings, we're getting Perplexity, and I would say that we're getting a lighter package. The phone is easier to use with a single hand and with two hands. We're obviously also getting the option to do AI writing, so you can rewrite content, do a summary, and do voice recording, which is then transcribed to your device, and you get a summary and you get a highlight of each speakers. As you can see, I'm holding the device in a vertical manner right now, which is once again ideal for consumption of vertical videos, which are TikToks, which are Instagram Reels, and more things like that. Now, as far as I know, this device should also provide you with 12 gigs of RAM and 256 gigabytes of storage, 512 as well. And Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 here is available in the 4 Galaxy edition, which means it's clocked higher than other regular Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 CPUs. The battery charges at 45 watts via wire. You should also get wireless charging, and if I remember correctly, we should get 10 megapixels camera cut in the screen for the selfies, both in the internal screen and in the external screen. Now, aside from that, we should have the APV codec, we should have 8K filming, perhaps even some hardcore 8K editing. There's of course continuity, so if you start an application on the smaller screen, you can definitely continue it on the bigger internal screen.
De răspunsuri avem nevoie.
So once again,
Întrebări
5.4
avem.
inches for the external screen, 7.6 inches for the internal screen, but with a 4:3 aspect ratio, like back in the day of the first iPads. This is definitely not only an iPad killer, but also something of a Galaxy Z Flip killer, because it will replace it as the favorite of the feminine public. Just look at the marketing, you're going to see hands with beautiful nails holding this phone, so it's clear what Samsung is doing. So yes, the Flip 8 is the last of its kind, but now it's getting replaced by the Fold 8. It's a courageous approach that will be mimicked by other phone makers over the next period. I expect Oppo, Vivo, Honor, Huawei to do the same thing. Actually, Huawei has already done that with Huawei Pura X Max. That's it from us. Goodbye.